think everyone knows that it's rather difficult to get an opaque white in a very thin stream of paint, and so one of the good uses of the thin medium is to moderate the paint, and free flow is the lowest viscosity paint we have, so that you can paint a continuous white line if you want to. Now, of course, if I had a liner brush, I have to complain that my wife has hidden all the good brushes. I've only got this funny little brush here, but you'll see the effect. The paint just comes off the brush and keeps on going forever. You can imagine what happens if you're using a liner brush. Now, of course, the best effect is the mixture of free flow or Joe Sonia with this thin medium. But I need also to show you that if you have Atelier Interactive heavy-bodied white paint, you can modify it by adding that medium to it. So go again. Won't be quite as good as what we just did, because there's more thinning down to do. But you see how the heavy-bodied paint kind of deconstructs, you could say, couldn't you? And there we go. It actually is nearly as good as the other one. It's not quite as strong. Now I'll probably come back and do some of this technique with my demonstration painting, where I have to repaint the trunks of the trees, and I can do it this way. I'm still using the thick heavy-bodied paint, and I wouldn't be able to get that continuous line or the deposit of enough of the colour unless I was using this medium. What I'm really showing here is that one of the purposes of the thin medium is to get very thin linear things going, if you want to, that will paint off a liner brush amazingly, but also it's a way of modifying a thicker paint when you want to get a thinner effect with it. So perhaps I should go on and mix some Parole Red into this. This is still Atelier Interactive, and supposing I want to have, I'm going to mix a bit of the white that's already there with the Parole Red, make a pink, and the thin medium is modulating the pasty effect of the heavy-bodied paint. And so if you want to have a smooth, even deposit of paint and you're using a heavy-bodied paint, then this is quite a good way of doing it, although there are other ways of doing it, and that's what you have to make your mind up about when you're looking at the videos that show you the different mediums. Which medium do you use for what? Because they're graded so that they have different purposes according to their viscosity. They're also graded so that they have the same surface finish. I don't have a gloss one and a satin one and a matte one, because it's so easy to arrange the surface of your final painting by varnishing it or deciding not to varnish it sometimes. It seems to me just confusing and wasteful to have a gloss, satin and matte version of every medium. I'm trying to keep things simple so that you have a thick gel medium, and then you have 3 painting mediums that will take you through the whole gambit of different techniques that you might wish to utilize.